I feel terrible saying that I've never auditioned for a film except maybe for Marigold, where it was hardly an audition. He was very kind. But I'm saying that in India today, you can't be cast without a casting director. You have to, then you have readings of the script, and it's going more and more professional as we speak. And also movie making has become far more organized. You know, earlier it used to take months to shoot a film, months and months. Now people know it has to be done in 40 days, 30 days, 45 days, you know, maybe some very big films take longer than that. But everything is changing. Everything is changing. One of the reasons I like working abroad very much, more than all this, is because if you get to work, I'm not saying there aren't some brilliant actors in India, there are. But if you get to work with, you know, some extremely, extremely talented people in India as well as abroad, then you always have to up your game a bit. You can't just remain complacent. What happens is you keep working with people who know you, then there's this backslapping and everyone thinks everyone is very good. But if you keep opening yourself to new experiences, people keep saying, why do you want to go and work outside so much? I said, because I need to know how one fares with people who are differently trained, who are not your compatriots from Bombay or from India, and to see how you know, calibrate your performances. Because, you know, one big stark difference, which again is changing somewhat in indie space in India, is that we play it large in Bollywood. We like it large. You have to see the acting a bit. While abroad, it is just the opposite. It's all restraint and pulling it down till it's so natural that people say, hey, hello, where's the acting here? You know? So it's a very different style of performance, very, very different style of performance, which is nice. It keeps you on your toes because you go... I'll tell you a very funny story that sort of kind of amplifies this. I was shooting for a film, all the Indian audiences will know, a film called Gadar, which was one of our biggest blockbusters next to Sholay. And it was a film in which everything was very big, you know, the hero sort of knocked off 100 enemies in one go, and, you know, that sort of crazy stuff. And it was a very larger than life kind of film. And I had also just shot for Monsoon Wedding. So Monsoon Wedding was sync sound. I didn't have to do any dubbing, but there were a couple of lines that needed dubbing. So I went from a Gadar dubbing to the Monsoon Wedding dubbing. And as soon as I started dubbing, Meera, my friend, told me, hello, where have you been? So I said, oh, I just went for some dubbing for Gadar. She said, please go outside, have a coffee, get Gadar out of your mind and come back. And I really didn't play it big in Gadar. I had told the director, I can't be like, you know, Amrish Puri and all these thundering dialogues and all that. I have to play it true to myself. And he said, that's fine. But I was obviously so colored by the sort of tone of the film that I couldn't hear myself. And I had to pull back and come back, and then I had to get into the Monsoon Wedding zone, which is much more the sort of international way of playing a film, even though we were playing Indians in it. And so you have to constantly recalibrate, you know, your performance and your even your sur, what we call sur, tone. So that's kind of one of the ways I can tell you the difference.